It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. Here's Richie James on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 6.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
I'm going to show them what should have happened when these two teams played.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on
that quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So that'll back him up 5. here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Antoine Woods with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
The fumble, ref.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Doesn't pay off.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. It'll be a pickup of
like
10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
A gain of 1 yard. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Now Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
He scared me. Anyway, I'll pick up a... Oh. Yeah. This way I pick a better play anyway.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports.
Threw me off my game.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Maybe you should punt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
That fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. Big
Shook him down the line.
Shook him
down the line.
We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back
Watch
to guys
out
that
for
used to
those
call
wheels.
the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott.
Oh.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A 23-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They'll take over.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, you win when I win. You win when I win.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Seconds.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And again, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
1st and goal.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ezekiel
Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
After that,
there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Yeah.
It's the score, Cowboys 10, 49ers nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
If I score in this first series, it's game over. Might as well be game over because it's 17-zip.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Yeah, let's continue our winning ways.
Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Gotta know how to
so
use
from
the team,
inside Niner territory
like
now, this is
game,
1st
really
and 10 at the
also.
35-yard line. Prescott yet again, sliding out of the pocket. A short one's going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And he'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Prescott now, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because
why didn't he go in?
What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
There's some funny stuff.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz taking it in. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Good. Makes the score Cowboys 17. 49ers nothing. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now James returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I come back strong. I come back strong. Yo, why you quit, yo?
Why you laughing?
Yeah.